Hey folks, Post here, welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and there we go, we have ZINNIA and RAYQUAZA's details, stats, and moves, and all that stuff. And by the way, I will keep on doing these until, well, I get all the ones that you can get, so do subscribe to the channel for some more of these. Steven Stone and Wallace is coming up next, so whenever that comes up, you will get notified if you do also hit that notification bell as well. But anyways, ZINNIA and RAYQUAZA. It is the new legendary event coming up on the 30th/29th, depending on where you live. 30th, if you're UTC, and 29th if you're like me on, the Pacific coast of the Americas, right? For PST, it's coming on the 29th, 10 o'clock, at night, which is just your usual reset time, right, on 29th. So that's pretty obvious. By the way, people kept on asking me like the legendary event time, even though like I've already said it like a billion times before, even though it wasn't confirmed, but it was my prediction. I said it's probably coming on the 29th, so that's 30th, right? I've said that a billion times, but people keep on asking, and here we also got confirmation, so it's not just my prediction, it's confirmed now. Anyways, going over its stats and stuff. So first of all, it's a special Dragon Striker. It's officially listed as special, even though it has 2 physical moves and 1 special move. Although its sync move is special, so it's probably based on that. But anyways, that's not that's the least of my worries about this unit. My biggest issue with this unit is, look, it's a Dragon Striker and it's weak to rock. Okay, Dragon Flying, weak to rock, fine, but RAYQUAZA in this game is not Dragon Flying. RAYQUAZA in this game is just Dragon. And Dragon's not weak to rock. And RAYQUAZA, Dragon Flying, in all the other games, well, not all the other games, but in your main series, it's literally 4 times weak to ice. And put rock as its weakness, which, again, in this game, it's not flying type. It's just Dragon type. All the units in this game are only 1 type, and then you give it a rock weakness. Come on, what are we doing? Although on the bright side, it should be super easy to clear. its event should be super easy to clear. It should be super easy to farm because its weakness is rock type and not ice type, even though ice wouldn't be too much of an issue either because price is a thing, right? Especially with expanded synchron now, right? But also, if you're weak to rock, that's going to be a field day for both Lycanrocs, by the way. And also, they did mention that the stages, units with defense down are going to help a lot with this stage. And the new Lycanroc with Kukui, by the way, if you haven't seen that video, you could check it out on my channel, breaking down Kukui and Lycanroc's movement stats and all that stuff. But yeah. They have Leer and they go defense down as well, so it seems like that's gonna help. And obviously Olivia plus Midnight Lycanroc, which is still the best unit, probably the best unit in the game, would obliterate this guy. So it's probably gonna be a really easy legendary event, even more easier than the Solgaleo one, which was already super easy. So that's good news. Anyways, let's go over its stats and moveset and stuff. So here are its vanilla stats, and by vanilla stats I mean just not maxed out, right? We'll go over its maxed out stats in a bit, but we'll just go over its stats and movesets first, and then we'll go into more detail about its maxed out stats and all that stuff. So at vanilla, level 120, has 506 HP, 347 attack, 136 defense, 347 special attack, 136 special defense, and 234 speed. In terms of stats, it has really decent HP, really good attack, and really good special attack, right? Its special defense and defense are pretty nice. Its weakest point is its speed. It's not really quick. It's not too quick. It's around like Croconaw speed, which is really mediocre, honestly. But don't worry too much about that. RAYQUAZA does have a speed boosting move, which we'll get into in a bit. So, as for its moves, first move, Outrage, Dragon, Physical, 3 gauge, 115 power, 100 accuracy, leaves the user confused. It's Outrage, what can we do? Move number 2, Aerial Ace, Flying, Physical, 45 power, never misses. Move number 3, Stellar Imagination, status self. 2 uses, removes the physical, flinching, and trapped conditions, sharply raises user's attack and special attack, raises user speed and accuracy, sharply lowers the user's defense and special defense. Move 4, Draco Meteor, Dragon, special 3 gauge, power 136, 90 accuracy, single target, sharply lowers the user's special attack. And its sync move, Dimensional Defender, Draco Meteor. It's Dragon type, special, 250 power. Passive, Weather Surge 3, powers up moves when weather conditions are in effect. So let's go over this in detail. So Outrage, so when you first look at it, it has 2 really high power dragon moves. One being Outrage, which is physical, 115 power, and the other one is a special, being 136 power, being Draco Meteor. But a few differences. Outrage leaves yourself confused, and Draco Meteor is 90% accuracy and also sharply lowers your special attack, which both of these aren't really too much of an issue, because for Outrage, once you get confused, you can actually clear the confusion with Stellar Imagination, which removes confusion, flinching, and trap conditions, which in this case, confusion, right? The flinching and trap conditions, I don't think they're going to be really that useful, because you're probably going to use Stellar Imagination really early into the game, right? So like, unless you get like really unlucky and you get like flinch or trapped super early, then I guess it would be useful, but you probably won't be using it for the other stuff too often. You're probably just going to mainly use it for stat boost, but also to clear Outrage confusion. And also for Draco Meteor, the 90% accuracy, not a problem either, because Stellar Imagination sharply raises users' attack and special attack, but also raises users' speed and accuracy while sharply lowering special defense and defense, which honestly isn't that big of an issue, because Rayquaza has really good defense and special defense once you max Rayquaza out to 20 out of 20, because again, remember, this is a legendary event, so you will be able, very likely will be able to max Rayquaza out 5 out of 5, 20 out of 20, which by then you will have pretty insane stats. So don't worry too much about the sharply lowers defense, special defense, close combat thing. So yeah, there's that. And again, also sharply raises attack, special attack. So one glaring omission from ZINNIA and Rayquaza set is crit. You do not, unfortunately, have crit boost on ZINNIA and Rayquaza, which is going to make ZINNIA and Rayquaza not as good offensively as Mewtwo, obviously, but defensively, it's not. It can take more hits than Mewtwo, but you're not going to do as much damage as Mewtwo and Giovanni is going to do, because, well, they have crit and they're insane. But I mean, you do have some pretty good raw damage, right? It would be nice if you would have a teammate's Dusclops or Torchic to give you some crit boost, but if you don't, then it's not that big of a deal either. So, anyways. Draco Meteor does sharply lower your special attacks. So you're probably, for the most part, ZINNIA and Rayquaza, you're going to use Draco Meteor most of the time, unless you face someone who has, opponent who has more defense or more special defense and defense. If the special defense is insanely high and then, its defense isn't that bad, then you'll probably go for Outrage. But, most of the time you're going to use Draco Meteor until either, unless that happens, or until your special special attack gets lowered to like such an insane number that you're just not doing as much damage as an Outrage would do. So, depends, right? As for Aerial Ace, it's a never miss move, a 2 move gauge. It's just here for a quick unity if you need it. I don't think you will be using Rayquaza as a flying type striker that often, unlike you would Mewtwo or Solgaleo, because both Shadow Ball and Focus Blast are really strong in comparison to Aerial Ace. But for compensation, you get Draco Meteor, which that's another high damaging move, but it's still Dragon. It looks like they kind of follow like some kind of pattern with these legendary Pokemon, that they have one status move, three different moves, one being a low power move, the other 2 being high power moves, and among your damaging moves, you got 2 different types, which has been true since Mewtwo. So that's pretty interesting. Overall, honestly, ZINNIA and Rayquaza seems, they're not bad, but Definitely not as good as Mewtwo. Mewtwo was just like insane, right? But they're not bad. They're not bad. Like they're a decent Dragon Striker, right? Lance and Kingdra, I don't know. It depends. If Kingdra's Sync Grid comes out soon, Kingdra might be better than Zinnia and Rayquaza, but at the moment, Zinnia and Rayquaza might be slightly better than Kingdra. The big thing with Kingdra is Kingdra has crit, which Zinnia and Rayquaza unfortunately doesn't have. But Zinnia is, it's much. Is it much tankier? Yeah, I think it's tankier than Kingdra, so there's that going for Zinnia. And also, you also have physical dragon damage, which isn't new. You have Haxorus for that, but Haxorus is kind of a potato, right? So, you could cure confusion with Rayquaza, so that helps. Let's did we talk about its max stats yet? By the way, here are its max stats. It's 606 HP, 130 or no, 387 attack, 387 special attack, 176 defense and special defense, and 274 speed. Again, this is not max level, but max 20 out of 20 stats. They're good, I guess. They're not, none of these stats are like insane, but they're all decent except for speed. So can't do much about that. You do have Weather Surge as well, so it's gonna be fun weather, which wouldn't, it's not too bad. Again, weather's, needing weathers is not the greatest, but if you get the chance, you get that boost, you'll take it, right? As for the sync move, nothing much to talk about except for the fact that, it's not mega. It's not going to be mega. This Rayquaza is probably never going to mega in the future. We might get a separate mega Rayquaza in the future, though. I wouldn't give up hope on a mega Rayquaza, but it's definitely not this one because the sync move for this one does 250 damage, which, megas don't do this much damage on sync moves. So there you go. Anyways, that's Rayquaza and Zinnia. Personally, huge fan of both Zinnia and Rayquaza, especially the theme song for Zinnia. It's awesome. But anyways, I can't wait for this thing to drop. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about Zinnia and Rayquaza. I think it's good, right? Is it as good as Solgaleo? Or it's definitely not as good as Mewtwo, but is it as good as Solgaleo? Hard to say. We'll have to wait till it drops because Solgaleo does have its downsides, right? With the move gauge is a bit of an issue for Solgaleo, but it does have like pretty insane stats. Sunseal Strike is a pretty insane move, right? But we'll see. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about Zinnia or Rayquaza in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Masters content, as I will be putting out more content as the night goes on, right? Steven Stone and Mega Metagross is next, so stay tuned for that. And anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.